to check your progress with your research, right? So to start off, I have my Jira tab open. I already created a space for our PhD research so that we can plan the project properly. So I'll open my new tab over here. Before we get started, I'll just give a scenario, right, as to what we'll be doing today. So I want to set up my research project with Jira, and this is the scenario. So I am starting my research research project, which is called the social impact of AI-driven automation on youth employment in South Africa. So I'm just going to bring this prompt to our tab over here so that we get the context, right? So I'm telling it about my research title and then the key phases that I want to have within my research. So the key phases is the proposal and ethics, literature review, research methodology, data collection, analysis and results, and thesis writing and defense. So I wanted to create the first set of JIRA issues for the literature review phase, at least 5 tasks, and then assign them as high priority. So I'm telling it that I've already created a space on Jira over here, so you can just make use of the open tab that I have. So I'm just going to prompt it right now. And then in the meantime, while it is thinking, okay, let me just give it a second. It's checking my tab. I want to make sure that I give it the necessary permissions before I start another task. All right. Okay, now it's reading my Jira. Okay, while it is doing that, I want to take you through the plans again, standard procedure. So for your usage, there are different plans, right? I'm currently using the free plan. You get 2,000 credits per month, and you can run prompts or automate tasks. It is quite limited because if you overuse Strawberry, it will tell you it is tired and you have to wait for a few hours before you can use it again. Then with the intern, you're paying the intern. So you paid to work for a specified amount of hours. It will also tell you when it's tired or when it's being overused, but it gives 4 times more usage than the free plan. So you can use it more than you would use it for the free plan. Then we have our part-timer over here. It can be delegated work for 15 to 20 hours per week, and you don't have session limits, so it won't tell you you're tired. The only limit here is the amount of credits. So if you run out of credits, then you'll have to upgrade to the next plan. But you can prompt it, you can give it a lot of work. It does not have session limits. And then we have the full-time plan, where is your full-time employee. You can delegate more than 40 hours of complex workflows per week, and you get 75,000 credits per month. I will share 2 links for you to check out the different plans. One link will allow you to get a discount for any plan that you choose. The other one will get you started for the free plan. So let me just quickly paste those in the chat for you guys to check out. Remember, use my link to be able to get a discount on the paid plan if you want the paid one. And then the second one is just to navigate and have a link. I am pasting that now. There we go. Yes. All right. So let us see. Okay. It wants me to connect to Jira. Let me just quickly connect it to my Jira. All right. And then I'll accept. There we go. So I've accepted it to do some work on the Jira board. Let us see it work its magic now. But in the meantime, I will bring the next task in another tab. So currently it's planning my research, right? And then next, I want you to help me with any feedback that I get from my supervisor. Because with research, you have to give in some research proposals to your supervisor. You need to get critical feedback as to what you need to improve in your research, right? So on this tab, I will specify some details, right? So let's say I've met my supervisor. Okay, we have met on the 22nd of June. My professor, my supervisor, Prof. Lamini, reviewed my literature review draft and said the methodology is weak. I am sure this is researchers' worst nightmare to hear from their supervisor. So I am saying I need help to add at least three more quantitative studies by next week. She also wants me to submit a full proposal by the 15th of July. She flagged that I have not yet applied for ethics clearance. This is urgent and I must submit the ethics by the 30th of June. We also discussed the research gap. I should narrow my focus to Gauteng province specifically rather than all of South Africa for the data collection phase. Next check-in is on the 8th of July at 10 a.m. So let's say this is me. I received some hard feedback from my supervisor, so I need to take action ASAP. So I'm going to just add to my prompt that the tab is open. So our project is already open. A different tab. So please the above Angina. Let me first check in on how far it is. Okay, I need to allow all of these tasks and then I'll give it a second. So I have my prompt ready on standby here. I do not. Oh, okay, I already had this. Let me just pick this off. All right, so I don't want to run this prompt yet because Strawberry is still going through the setup of my tasks on this tab. So after the setup is done here, I can go ahead and execute this one on the new tab. So I need to just allow it to do a couple of things as it works. So it's saying it has created a couple of things. Okay. All right. It said it executed. Let me just reload and check on a different section. Oh, okay, there we go. So it created my tasks over here. I just want to see the feedback it gave me. So it says each task has been detailed. It has a detailed description with clear scope. So yeah, it has all of the keys and whatever I need on the board. And then it says, as you work through the other phases, I can create similar detailed task sets for each one. Would you like to do that for now, or should we start there once the literature review tasks are underway? So it's already asking me about the next step, right? So it has created the tasks over here. Let me just select and open the first one to see what it did for me. Okay, let it load, let it load, let it load. All right. So it has created the task and put in a description as to what I need to do. So conduct systemic database search across academic sources, perform structured searches across Google Scholar, JSTOR, and other sources using keywords such as AI automation, youth employment in South Africa. So it has detailed what I need to do for the first task, and it has done the same for all of the tasks it has given to me under my to-do list, right? Okay, so the first prompt is done. So let me go back here. I think it's safe. I think I'll just take this and bring it to this tab over here. and then I'll paste it over here. So I'm giving it the notes from my supervisor meeting. Let's see what it will do for me over here. Then in the meantime, while it is thinking, I will get our next prompt ready for us. So the next scenario that I want to give Strawberry is for it to do weekly research progress report. So to just give me a progress report based off of the tasks I have on Jira. So this will be an automated thing. I won't have to keep on telling it every single day or every single week to do it for me. I'll just delegate it a day to do it for me. I am just bringing the prompt this side. All right, so okay, so it wants me to allow it to do something this side. Then here I'll just paste what I wanted to do. So for the weekly progress reports, I am saying look at all the open Jira issues in my PhD research project. So give me a summary of what has been completed this week, what is currently in progress, what is overdue or at risk, a recommended focus for list for the next 7 days, and a short paragraph I can send to my supervisor as a progress update. Now imagine this. If I had to do this manually, it would take me maybe an hour or more to check on everything, to draft a paragraph as a progress update to my supervisor. Whereas with Strawberry, it's literally going to do all of that without needing me to intervene every single week. So in the background, I'll set it, I'll set a routine that, okay, every Friday, please do the following task on the screen for me. Then we'll just send me an email and say, okay, I've done this. You can send this to your professor as a progress update. So let me just go back to this tab. All right, it seems like it is already done with the prompt that I just gave it. So it has created 5 tickets. Here's what's on your board now. So it's just a summary of what it has added to my board, and it has added the priorities. So highest, submit ethics clearance application form and when it is due, and then it has put it in a specific phase. So it has highlighted that PR17 is my most urgent task. Let us go back over here and reload and see what it has added. Okay, I'm just having a look. Okay, so PR17 is tagged as urgent over here, right? So it has used a label. I did not set it to put some, okay, let me just do this. I want to manage the fields. So within Jira, you can add a field. So the field that I want to add is the priority one. So this one over here. So I just selected priority from here and it's showing over here. So within priority, you can list it as highest, high, medium, low, lowest, right? So because that was not available, so sometimes you need to configure your Jira to be able to do certain things, and I just did. But instead of it putting the priority um thing over here, it just created a tag of its own. So now, okay, perfect. Now it reflects. Let me just show you. So here, highest priority is displayed as this, and then high or medium priority is listed as this, and then the other ones are listed as high, just high priority over here. All right. So, right, I have another prompt over here, but this would ideally need you to interact with your Jira board, right? Because over here it's saying look at all of the issues open and then check what is currently in progress. So currently we don't have anything in progress. So for the sake of this prompt working, let me just say the most important task is already in progress, right? So I moved it over to the in progress section. Then let's say maybe my first task on the list, it's already done. I'll move it there. And then I'll say maybe review essay, government and institutional reports. I'll put it as in review. And of course, on Jira, you can also configure it to have different labels at the top, labels that suit what you want to track, right? So you don't have to go with what Jira already proposes to you. You can modify and edit and add a different tab over here that you would want to have that is relevant to your research, right? So let me say this one as well. I have it in progress, and then maybe I have this one in review as well. So I've ideally made a scenario where I've already started working with my research, and now I just need Strawberry to generate a report for me or to do this task for me, because I need to get back to my supervisor. So I'm going to just give it this prompt quickly, and then we'll see what it will do for us. And then I'll just grab one more because I know we're running out of time. Okay. So I'm just choosing something that will help us. All right. So I'm going to do another automation next as our last bit for today. So while it's running this, I'll just paste my next prompt over here so that we just have a look at what I want to do. So, okay, I'm just asking Jira to set a weekly automation that will run every Monday at 8 a.m. in the morning. So it should check all the open issues in my PhD research on Jira, identify anything that is overdue, and then list what is due this week and email it to me um with email a concise weekly research focus plan to my dedicated email, right? So this would take away me needing to check every single day or every single Monday on my own. I would just receive an email from Strawberry saying, okay, this is what you need to do. A reminder for this, a reminder of maybe if I have a meeting with my supervisor, or a reminder that this task is important, I need to attend to it ASAP, like ASAP. So yeah, this prompt to basically do this. So let me just go back to this tab. So it seems to be done with the task I had given it. I don't know why story is being so fast today, but yes. So it says my full PhD research status report pulled live from Jira right now, right? So a completed task is the conduct systematic database search, which is true because I did mark it as done. And then it says good start. The foundational source finding work for the literature review is done, right? Then currently in progress, it has listed the tickets that I have that are in progress and its priority and the due date. And then overdue or at risk, it has identified that nothing is overdue yet, but two tasks are at serious risk this week. So the ethics clearance one, and then the quantitative studies during 5 days, and then the conceptual framework. It has no due date, but could be a potential blocker from other work that I need to do. And then it has even given me a recommended focus list for the next 7 days. So it has put listed all of the tickets as to which one I should focus on first, and then the least important one as well. And then it has also drafted an email or a progress update that I can send to my professor. So you can see that it has drafted the email really nicely, saying that I'm writing to provide a brief update on my progress following our meeting that we had on the 22nd. And then I've completed A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then also updating them that the ethics clearance is already underway and that I'm going to prioritize that submission ahead of my deadline. So it has really crafted a really nice email to do. And then it is asking me, would you like to save this as a skill so that I can auto generate a weekly report? I can say yes, it can do this. Yes, it can do so. And then please do the following. Right. So yeah, so it's just going to do what it has suggested it to do over here, and then also the weekly automation that will run every Monday. And when I set up these tasks, I sometimes forget, and when I'm at work, I end up getting these emails from Strawberry. So it just proves that Strawberry works overtime and makes sure that I am reminded for the tasks that I set up during our webinars. Okay, so I'll save the skill and set up a reminder routine at the same time, so it's doing so. I will just give it a few seconds to do so. But if there are questions that you'd like to ask while it's doing our final task, you can go ahead and ask any questions. If not, wow, okay. So it's done. I'm genuinely surprised as to why Strawberry is working so fast today, but I am happy. All right. So it says both are live. Here's what I set up. So it has saved the skill of doing this every week. So it will be triggered every week to draft the progress report. It will check on my Jira dashboard what needs to be done, what needs to be prioritized as well. And then it also created the routine. So it will send me an email every Monday at 8 a.m. So next week, Monday, I'm expecting to get an email from Strawberry as well. So it will pull all open issues from the Jira board. It will flag anything that is overdue or due within the week. It will build my prioritized 7-day focus list. It will draft the supervisor update paragraph and it will email the full report to my selected email, right? So yeah, basically this is the power of Strawberry, and I hope it would make your life easy as someone who is a PhD student who's busy with their research and planning their research. If there are any questions, I can take them now, but otherwise, I am done with today's session. Thank you.
This is amazing, Mumbai. This is absolutely amazing. I have one question. What are
Mm-hmm.
tickets? So Jura, you said that Jura has tickets for you. What is that?
Yes. So this little thing over here, this block, this is what
Mm,
you call a ticket, right? So a
mm,
ticket, you can take it like maybe you are a call center that's helping someone with an issue, then they would create a ticket for you, right? So that ticket
mm,
will have the specified issue that needs to be handled. Then when that
mm.
ticket is resolved, it is moved to resolved, or you'll be updated when that ticket is resolved. So these little blocks over here, they are what you refer to as a ticket.
I see.
Yes.
I remember in one of our webinars, you were also able to ask for a weekly report that was sent to you. Can I do that? Is there a prompt for that for articles? Can I ask Strawberry AI to get articles? Because I remember at some point you referred to literature being sourced out from Scopus and other
Mm-hmm.
sources.
Yes, yes, you can definitely do that. You can just ask it to do that for you to check. You can make it maybe do it every Monday, or if you
Mm.
wanted to do it immediately, you can do that. You can just ask a story. Can you please just do some research and check these different sources and email the findings to me on any given time that you want?
This is already giving me relief, and I imagine other students are getting relief.
I
So
would
this
hope
is
so.
really great. Everyone,
Mhm.
if there's any question, please feel free to unmute yourself. I know we are 4 minutes over time, but feel free to go ahead and just unmute and ask your question. If you're not comfortable, you can type it.
Oh, Cindy, you're muted.
Sorry, I was saying I think we are absolutely clear on how to use these skills. Thank you so much, Nombali, for your time yet again today. We can rewatch this webinar from our Methods Lab YouTube account. We will see you again in our next 20 minutes of learning a new skill. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.